Hi, Franz. Thanks for doing this. I'm Alder from Empire Sports Media in New York. I'd like to ask if you ever had a contact with the Knicks or the Nets, and if ever you did, how did it go?
Um, um, I did not, but no, I don't really. That's okay. I don't really want to say who I worked out for and who I didn't. If that's okay with you guys, but yeah.
So, for my second question, how do you see yourself fitting in with the type of game the NBA has evolved?
Honestly, I think I fit in pretty well. I think every team needs big wings that can move, that can shoot, make decisions with the ball, and play defense. And I think those are all things where I'm good at and things that are important for my game. So yeah, I think the game is getting more and more positionless. So um, I think I fit in very well with my versatility.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Sean Coleman. Sean, go ahead.
Franz, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Congratulations to this point and best of luck on Thursday to you.
Thank you.
As a two-way wing, especially when it comes to the ability to facilitate on offense as well as create turnovers on defense, that type of playmaking at your size really seems to be a calling card for you that is unique in this draft class. Do you think that's what separates you more than most? And do you think that will easily translate right from the start to the NBA?
Yeah, I think like I just touched on, I think versatility is one of the most important things in the game, NBA game today. So yeah, I think I can shoot. I think I can dribble. I think I can play defense. I think I can defend really well in multiple positions. So I think that's gonna fit in well. I think I know how to read the game too, and how to play within the system. So I think that'll help me fit in with whatever team I'm gonna play at. But I also think that I have a lot of room to grow, and I think that combination of maturity in my game and being able to fit in right away, and also being able to improve a lot more, I think is what makes me unique in this draft.
One other quick question. How unique and helpful has it been, of course, in your case, to have an older brother who's been through it and, be there to kind of been a mentor for you? How has that helped through the entire draft process?
It's helped a lot. Obviously, he's very busy too, but no, I mean, even the last couple of 3 years, I've asked him a lot. Obviously, I've seen a lot when I visited him and stuff, and I mean, there's a lot of things you need to know and that are good to know before you get there. But I think the most important thing that nothing can really prepare you for the NBA lifestyle and the life and the business side around it too. So I'm excited to be able to experience it soon.
Okay, before we take our next question, please mute your line unless you're called upon to ask a question. All right, next question. Let's go to Isaac Simpson.
Hey, Franz, congratulations, first and foremost. But if kind of piggybacking off the last question, if you had to pinpoint one thing in your game that you'd like to continue to improve upon, what would that be? And there's a rumor around the draft community that you're now 6'11". Is that true?
I think first part of the question, I think I'm gonna improve a lot on creating my shot and creating for other people when I don't have an advantage yet. I think that's probably the most important thing for me going forward. And then also, I think showing that I can shoot the ball consistently. I was kind of up and down in college, and I shot the ball really well for most part of the season, but just didn't for the first and the last couple of games. So I think consistency with my shot and then creating off the dribble, I think those things I can improve on. And I would say I'm almost 6'11", maybe not quite there yet, but I definitely grew a little bit this past year.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Wes Goldberg. Wes, go ahead.
Hey there, thanks for doing this. Just wanted to know if you had any contact, if you had worked out for the Golden State Warriors yet.
Like I said, I don't want to. It's kind of my strategy, I guess. I don't really give away too much. So sorry about that, but yeah.
if you were to then just sort of project, given where you are, probably going to go in this draft, how do you think you would fit in with the Warriors?
I'm feeling really well. I think. Obviously, they're gonna have two great shooters next year again, and probably the best point guard in the game. So, I think what they need. I think my versatility can help that team a lot. I think being able to defend multiple positions and also shoot the three well, I think is what's gonna help me stay on the floor or get on the court. Um, and yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think I can read the game well and play a free game like that's what I would call it. And I think Golden State plays that very much and a lot, and they just kind of move a lot off the ball and pass the ball a lot and move the ball a lot and move their body. So I think that requires high IQ players and players that play the game well with each other, and I think I can do that really well.
Okay, next question. Let's go to James Ham.
Hey, Franz, how are you?
Good. How are you, James?
Good. We saw some photos of you working out with Harrison Barnes, and I'm just wondering how that went and what that relationship is.
It was a great time. I learned a lot. We're working out in the same gym, so we played a little bit against each other, and I think for me it was just the coolest. It was really cool for me to see a guy like that who's been in the league for so long and still works so hard and be so diligent and disciplined about everything that he does. And I think I learned a lot in the couple of weeks that I spent with him, and it was definitely a lot of fun competing against him.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Brian Bearfield.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, Franz. How was it playing for NBA coach, former NBA coach like Juwan Howard, and how prepared did he get you to take this next step?
It was a great time. I think Juwan was a great resource and is still for me, and hopefully for a lot of other players at Michigan too. He's so open about everything. Always wants to help. Is always reaching out. Always wants me to ask questions and stuff like that. And I did that a bunch while I was there. I think not a lot of college players have that luxury of, having a good college coach that has already been and coached at the level where you want to get to. And obviously, he played there for 19 years, I think. So, he talked to me a lot about the pre-draft process and also just about the NBA life, but like Mo told me, I think his main message was that you got to be ready for it, but you got to experience it to really know what it is. So I'm happy that I can do that soon.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Mike Volkanov.
Hey, Franz, how are you?
How are you?
I just have a question for you. I don't know if you've been watching the NBA playoffs at all in the finals, but if you have, what have you noticed that teams are looking for from players at your position to be able to do well, to be able to play and compete at the playoffs and finals level?
I think two-way players are really important. If you look at Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, I think of those three. I think to be a good two-way player on the wing, I think obviously you have to defend really well. You saw Mikal Bridges sometimes guard the point guard or most of the times the main players on the other team. And then also shoot the ball well. There's a lot of good shot creators and one-on-one players in the NBA, and then to give them more space and time to operate, I think it's important to have shooting on the wing and on the perimeter. So I think those two things is what made those three at least really good.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next question. Let's go to Chris Fedor.
Hey, Franz, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So you mentioned growing a little bit over the last year and being close to 6'11". Have you gotten the impression from teams during this pre-draft process that changes anything in terms of your evaluation or where they see you fitting in the NBA and how they can play you?
No, I think I showed during the year that I'm very versatile. Obviously, I don't know how much stronger I get if I grow a little bit more. I'm sure that's going to help me play even more positions, but I think I'll show that I can play really well in the perimeter, and I think if my body fills out a little bit more, I can play more inside too. So yeah, I think that makes sense to assume that once you get stronger, maybe a little bit taller, you can play more positions too.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Chris Henderson. Chris, you can go ahead.
Hello, Franz, and congrats on everything for you now and going forward in your NBA career. So I'm not for sure if you got asked this, but being from Germany, Dirk Nowitzki, obviously, he sort of reigned supreme there. What was his influence to you? And then my follow-up question would be, you're going to be on NBA 2K. Can you talk about that?
I mean, Dirk is like Michael Jordan for German kids. He made it really like seem possible to make it to the NBA, not just make it, but obviously be a Hall of Fame type player. So to see him win the championship, I still remember where I was at the time and stuff like that. Like obviously that was a huge deal for everybody, and I think he made basketball, in Germany a lot more important and relevant. And I think you can see that. I think there's a lot more German players that make it to the NBA and make it to top teams in the EuroLeague. And I'm sure you can give him some credit for that. And the second part was about 2K. What did you say about that?
No, I was asking you, so obviously, more importantly, I guess to have fun, you're going to be on the video game now. You're an actual person. Obviously, you seen your brother on the video game, but now you have those bragging rights as well. Can you talk about the importance of that and how cool that is for you to actually be on a video game now?
No, that's for sure dope. I mean, I think 2K11 was maybe the first game that I played. So, every year at Christmas, I would get the new game and start playing that night. So to know that, this next 2K, I'm going to be on there, and my friends and myself, I can play with myself is pretty cool. But, there's still a lot more work to do, and hopefully I'll be on the game in 11 years or whatever it is, still on the game. Yeah.
Congratulations. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, Franz, our next question is going to be from Dwayne Rankin. Dwayne, you can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Ron, I just wanted to ask you, just talked about the finals and the Suns and mentioning their wing guys. How much you'll be long off the board by the time they draft. So I'm not going to ask you how you would fit in there, but I am going to ask you, what was it like watching that kind of style, and how much fun would that kind of style of ball be where the wing guys were so involved on the team?
It was a lot of fun. I thought the whole playoffs were very exciting. Some upsets, some teams that you didn't expect make it. Then won some rounds. I thought it was really cool to see. And I feel like that's every year the past couple of years that wings and long wings and versatile players are more important and get more important. I feel like by every year. So I'm lucky that I am one of those guys, and hopefully I can be in that position one day. But it's definitely a lot of fun to see that.
Thank you, sir. Good luck in the draft.
Thank you.
All right, next questions go from Daniel Bell. Daniel, you can go ahead.
Hi, Franz. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Just wanted to know how the draft process has been for you. If you feel like it's any different than any other players, considering you had a coach that was in the NBA and you have a brother that's in the NBA, and then how much you're looking forward to the draft this week.
The draft process was definitely unique. I think it's for everybody, it's a little different, but I thought I had a good experience. I thought, I improved throughout the whatever it was 2 months. And at the end of the day, the goal was to show teams who I am, and not just on the court, but also off the court, and show what I worked on before in May and April, basically. So that was my goal. I thought I did everything I could to put myself in the best position now for Thursday night. And obviously, I'm really excited for Thursday. It's going to be a hectic day, I'm sure, but hopefully I can have some friends here, some family here, and hopefully we can have a good night.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Lynn Worrell.
Hey Franz, Grüße aus Deutschland erstmal.
Alles klar, was geht?
Question will be in English though. I asked your brother the same question during the All-Star weekend last year in Chicago. Quick and simple, if you could choose, would you rather play with Mo or against Mo?
I would definitely rather play with him. I think he's a pain in the ass. Sorry about my playing against him is not fun, I think.
He said the same thing basically. He said you were too good, so he'd rather play with you. Thank you.
Okay, next question is going to be from Sean Coleman.
Hey, Franz, just wanted to also follow up. Obviously, Isaiah and other teammates such as that are going to be in this draft from Michigan. It seems like a few schools have a few players that are going to be in this draft. Juwan Howard really seems to be creating Michigan into a powerhouse. How does it feel to be a part of a draft class with two other teammates this year in the draft?
Is it 3 other teammates? We have Mike, Shandy, and Isaiah. Is that right?
Excuse me, 3. I'm sorry.
You're good. I mean, it feels great. I think there's something to be said, man. It's his second year now for Juwan, and I think we had a really good year this past year, and obviously he's doing a really good job recruiting too. No, man, I think you got to give him a lot of credit, man. I don't remember seeing this anywhere else before to turn a program or to keep a program going. I should say in 2 years the way he did. Really impressive, and no, it's definitely cool to be a part of it for sure.
Okay, our next question is going to be from Sed Dumitru.
Hey Franz, auch hier Grüße aus Deutschland. Question in English. You've already talked about the basketball side, but having a brother and a coach that have obviously a lot of NBA experience, what are some things that you foresee that might be different than anything that you've lived through so far from a perspective of off the court stuff, and how do you prepare yourself for all the, I guess, hoopla that comes with making it to the NBA this week?
I mean, 2 things. One, from now on, in college, people know you on campus and stuff, but, come Thursday night, life's going to change a little bit off the court. More people know you, and, you're more of a name, I guess. So that part you definitely got to get used to. There's, you got to be careful what you do off the court, and know that everybody's kind of watching you. And then I think another thing is the business side of it. I think in college, kind of where you're going to be. You're kind of more in control, but in the NBA, anything can happen at any point. So I don't really know how to prepare for it. I guess the only thing I can do is to make sure I'm in a good spot mentally and have people that I can reach out to and ask for support. But other than that, I think you just kind of have to experience it and see how everything goes.
Just to follow this up real quick, in German, in a few words, can you explain, wie viel besser bist du als dein Bruder und wie sehr freust du dich, gegen Moritz zu spielen? Und wo liegt vielleicht auch ein krasser Unterschied zwischen euren beiden Spielstilen?
Ja, ich glaube, im 1 gegen 1 glaube ich natürlich, dass ich ihn schlage. Ich glaube, er würde was anderes sagen, aber so soll es ja sein. Ich glaube, dass wir ganz anders, also nicht ganz anders, aber schon, dass es schon große Unterschiede gibt. Ich glaube, am College er war sehr, sehr viel mehr ein Scorer, würde ich sagen, ein Go-To-Guy. Ich glaube, das wollte ich so ein bisschen machen, aber ich glaube, ich habe es noch nicht so richtig hingekriegt, wie er es gemacht hat. Ich glaube, ich war mehr, weißt du, jemand, der alles so ein bisschen gemacht hat. Ich glaube, ich habe besser verteidigt als er am College auch. Und ich habe, glaube ich, das Spiel, glaube ich, in anderen Facetten ein bisschen beeinflusst. Ja, und ich würde mich riesig freuen, wenn wir irgendwann mal auf dem gleichen Court stehen, und hoffentlich passiert das nächstes Jahr.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Thanks for your time, and good luck, man. Alles Gute.
Thank you. Danke.
All right, with our final question for today, let's go to Jared Greenberg.
Thanks, man. I guess kind of similar to that last question, the English question, I guess. In terms of getting yourself ready for 82 games, night in and night out, taking on the best competition in the world, what conversations have you had, and what have you done physically to make sure you're ready for the grind that's about to come your way over the next 8 months?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know exactly how it's going to be for me and how I'm going to experience it. But I think it's very important to be healthy, be strong, because like you said, the 82 game season is definitely a grind. It's definitely a lot different from college. So I think making sure that I'm healthy physically and mentally, and I think getting myself into the same mindset every night is going to be important. Also, I'm a guy that if I stay too focused on one thing the whole time, my mind kind of, drifts off. So maybe finding something off the court that I can maybe focus in on when I have some time off, to make sure that I'm ready for game night.
But, I mean, how much love of the game does it take to get yourself ready physically for this?
I think I love the game as much as anybody else. I think when times are hard and difficult or something is off the court, I think playing basketball always helped me. So it's just a matter of, obviously there's going to be nights where you're tired or where a lot of stuff is going on, but I'm always going to be excited to play basketball. And obviously this next year, I'm going to play against people that I've been looking up to for basically all my life. So that enough is going to be, I think, a lot of motivation, and it's going to bring a lot of excitement for myself.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Franz, thanks so much for taking the time to do this today. We really appreciate it, and wish you the best of luck throughout the rest of this process.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.